Hi, and welcome to another video. Hi, it's a brand new day and it is a brand new video, and in today's video it is a What We Reading Wednesday video. And also we're in a different location. We are currently in California. Wait, hold on, it's hot. Currently parked, but it hasn't been really hot in California. Anyway, we're in California. We just dropped off our friends at Warp Tour, and I have the rental car for the day while they're at Warp Tour, and tomorrow while they're at Warp Tour day 2. Before today, I thought it'll be really fun while we have the car to ourselves to go on a bookstore tour of LA. More importantly, we're in California, but more importantly, we're in LA. We're near Long Beach. And we are, I probably should open some windows. I know, don't forget the keys. We're in LA near Long Beach, and seemingly all the bookstores that we want to go to are close to one another. But that's me and my New York, everything's walkable brain. It turns out LA is not that walkable. And anything's walkable if you're trying, right? But we're going to go on a bookstore tour of Long Beach. We have about 5, but then I was looking today and there's so much more. So whatever is near each other, we have a good 5 all set, starting with a coffee run, starting with a cafe. And that is fun. And we're at the cafe, we're parked in the back of it, and we're going to go there first. And then we're going to make our way along the tour. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 6. There's 6 bookstores that I really want to go to, and although I set them in closeness, like basically to make a full circle back to where we are. So we're gonna start off by grabbing some coffee at the Library Coffee House and then go from there. Also, I didn't do my actual intro. If you're new here, hi, my name is Crystal Lee. I am the creator of this channel. We do 3 videos every week on this channel. Moody Monday, where you never know what you're gonna get, but you're gonna get a video from me. It could be me doing my hair, it could be me sharing my emotions, it could be me randomly out and about, it could be getting ready for a trip. It's whatever mood I'm in, but every Monday you get a video. On Wednesdays, we do What We Reading Wednesdays, when we talk about the books we like, we don't like, we want to read, places about books, bookstores, book places. As you can see here, you made it here, you should know. And then on Friday, we do Van Life Friday, where I vlog about my alternative lifestyle living in a van. Currently not in that van. Obviously, we are in a different location. But if those sound like something that you want to watch every week until the day you die, subscribe. And if not, literally let me pop up on your screen whenever you want to hear or need to hear or see me, because things just work out that way. Head to the coffee shop and get this video started. For every 1 book I finish, I add 5 more to my TBR. There's just so many good books to read. Okay. I think it's to the left or right. The Firkin. Huh. Where are we going? Is it?
Hey there, how are you?
I'm well. How are you doing today?
I'm pretty good. What are you getting started with, right?
May I please do a medium muddy coconut?
Yeah, did you want it hot or ice?
Ice, please.
Gotcha, medium ice, muddy coconut.
And then it comes with whole milk if I don't choose anything else.
Whole milk, but either way, we can make a different milk for you.
Can I please do almond milk?
Almond milk, it is a 75-cent charge. Is that okay with you?
Okay.
Beautiful. Anything else for you?
May I please do one of your almond danishes? I'm assuming it's the one on top there.
Danish, beautiful. Did you want that warmed up?
Yes, please.
And for here to go.
For here, please.
Got that. Anything else for you?
No, that'll be all. So we're done at the cafe. It was really nice, very cute, very calming. I happened to be sitting across from a Bible study, which is interesting to listen to, not coming over here talking shit, but it's always interesting to me how people perceive what Bible study to be, or perceive what God is. It's always interesting to me because I always feel like no matter how you put it, when you're following the Bible, there is a sense of yourself that you have to lock away and feel shame about. I'm going to just repeat what I heard, and it was all the ladies going around the table talking about why they came to God. And I always sensed like a bit of self-shame, or just shame in general, because whatever, shame towards themselves and the reason why they turn to God. And it always seems like there always is a sense of shame that is needed to be held or to be with God or in church. And a lot of, again, just my observation, and a lot of the reason why people stay in church is because they shame themselves into thinking that they need it and they need God because of how bad, quote unquote, bad they are as people, or all the bad things that they've done, and they need God because they want to be forgiven for the bad things that they've done or have perceived themselves to have done. Because hearing some of the stories of the women at the table, I'm just like, that's a natural human experience that probably comes from something that happened when you were younger, and that's how you're coping with it. So I'm not saying that everyone needs therapy, but I'm saying, like, if a relationship starts with shaming yourself into believing you need that relationship, is it a real and strong relationship, whether it be God or another person? And that's always been like an issue that I've had with the church, because if you have no shame, then it seems like the relationship you have with God or a higher power isn't a good one or isn't a strong one, because it's not based on you degrading yourself. Very weird, but I was there the whole time. I'm like, this sounds and feels off. It always feels off to me, and I sit there and try not to, like, I try to have an open mind, but I can't get around the fact that a relationship with God requires shame. But while I was there, I was sitting reading a book. It's called Beware the Woman. It's by Megan Abbott, I believe, and it's basically about a woman who is pregnant, a woman who was married and pregnant by this man named Jed. And in her third trimester, they are heading up to his dad's place in the mountains for them to visit him, because they never visited him since they've been together. Mind you, they met and were married and pregnant within 4 months of meeting. Red flag number 1. Number 2, he's a man. No, so I'm currently at the part where they're in the dad's. I was in the dad's cabin, and she's just regaling how happy she is, how great the relationship is. It's very much like sexual, and they're always touching, and she just can't believe she found someone. But the premise of the book is that this woman goes to the cabin with her husband, pregnant, and starts realizing the family is weird. And it's kind of giving Ready or Not, the movie with the lady who married into a rich family, but they play this game where they choose a game for everyone to play. And if you choose Ready or Not, it's a hide and seek game where everyone has to seek the bride and literally try to kill her. And it's because of a family curse, a family history of needing to do this or they all explode and die. It's giving that. I hope she'll be okay, but it's also weird because Jed's mom passed away when he was young, when he was a baby. So I'm wondering if, like, this group of people will just be sacrificing women for babies. I don't know. We'll see. We're on our way to a bookstore called Easy Does It. I think we're about 0.2 miles from there. It was only a 0.4 mile walk from the cafe, so I decided to take it and then hurry back and get the car before it gets towed. It's in a parking lot, but I'm afraid that they watch to see if you're like an actual customer. I don't know. But I am excited for this bookstore simply because it has 222 reviews. I am a simple bitch, and if you're thinking about kidnapping me, just put the numbers 222 on your kidnapping car and I'll be in there. Okay, so fun fact about me, that was a full sobriety bookshop about all things if you're getting sober from any like addictive substance or just addictive life. Interesting. This is what I mean by you can just grab me if you just put 222 on the thingy, because I had no business being in that store. Do I have addictions? Yes. Books? Yes. They didn't have anything for that addiction. Now I have to go to another bookstore. And it's not me making fun of sobriety or being sober. It was just funny how I found myself in that store. But it's really nice how they have a whole store kind of committed to that lifestyle, that change of lifestyle, I guess. They had pins and shirts and different books, different, even for like different like gender. They have one for women, men. They had a book called Daddy's Going to a Meeting, I guess, to tell kids about, or to show kids or explain to kids sobriety meetings or AA meetings or something like that. Just because it's not your lifestyle doesn't mean the lifestyle is out. I think there's like, I guess, something for everyone, and that's pretty cool. Definitely a lot about God, because again, that's where I guess not everything I said was like bad about God just now, but I see how it helps, especially if you're trying to find something outside of you to help ground you into this life. I just can't get past the shame of it all. That's it, that's all. Anyway, on to our next bookstore. I've crazily decided that I'm going to walk to the new bookstore, and it's a mile away, well, over a mile, since I had to walk about 0.5 miles the opposite way. And it's fine, but I was like questioning whether or not I should walk it, because like it was like a mile and that means I have to walk a mile back, but it's also closer to the third bookstore that we're going to. Anyway, I wanted to say that at the coffee shop that I was, and when I went back to the car, I saw a monarch butterfly next to the car, or next to the parking lot. And then when I got to the other bookstore, I saw another monarch butterfly. And then walking to this bookstore, I'm pretty sure I passed a house that has a whole nest of them, or however you would call a family of monarchs. But there were so many of them, and they were playing and like flying around each other, like essentially like rabbits chasing each other, but it was just like butterflies playing with each other, and it was so cool. So seeing a monarch butterfly like along this journey makes me feel really good. I hope I continue seeing them at the bookstores that I'm going to today, because that'd be really nice too. We'll see. I'm about a half a mile away from the other one.
I woke up today feeling like royalty. The sky is dripping gold and wrapping around me. Life can be so wonderful, warm and gentle light. Nothing's gonna bring me down.
Page Against the Machine was such a beautifully titled shop. However, I feel like somebody's coming from behind me. Of course. However, sitting anywhere or being anywhere where it's like politically charged, or I guess philosophically charged, makes me feel angry. So I couldn't stay in there for long, because there are very much like books in there to become radicalized. But I feel like if I stand in there too long, I'll just get angry. I think sometimes also, and I didn't make it for this like whole vlog to turn into like me with my opinions, but it's not all the books that I like. Even with the fictional books that I read, I always come to some opinion or idea of myself, or anything to like come back to self. But being in the past two bookstores and cafes, I feel like charged. And I also wanted to say that if I stay in that environment more, I'll just get angry. If I become more radicalized or read more of the books that will radicalize me, I fear that I will just be sitting in anger and forget that there is joy in this world. And I feel like being a Black woman, everyone assumes that I'm always ready to like say an opinion, and yes, but I'm never going to be the one to start the conversation, because it's not my conversation to start. Like, you can't always leave it up. Interesting. You can't always leave it up to the oppressed to start a conversation on how to stop oppressing them, or the people who are being hurt in the revolution to step up and be the ones to talk about the revolution. Like, it takes the other party's effort to do that. So all that being said, being in that bookstore, although it was a great bookstore, I'm really happy they have it. Not my cup of tea, and I can't stay in there for too long. Monarch butterfly. If I sit in there for too long, I will get angry. But it was a very, very cute bookshop with a proper name to suit. We're on to the next one, which is still a half mile further. So I'm assuming that we will be Ubering or lifting back when it's time. Yeah.
Feeling divine. divine. I'm feeling the vibes. I feel like it's more than just a feeling, what we could define. Let's break through the ceiling, see what limits that we could defy. Cause I could do anything I want, it's for me to decide. Bring you up to speed, take the wheel.
I am grabbing this simply because it talks about the main female character being a demisexual. So this, when I first learned about demisexuals, I identified with it because it's an individual not having an attraction, like a sexual attraction to someone without like an emotional connection. And although I do feel sexually attracted to like men, it never goes beyond me doing anything because I don't have the emotional connection. So I've always told myself that I was essentially demisexual. Is it true? I truly have no idea. But it's what it feels like. And it's nice, and I'm also getting this one because I've never seen this book anywhere. First time hearing about it, but also it'll be nice to read about a different sexual orientation or identity outside of what I usually read, and something that I may or may not relate to, and it's fiction, so we're here.
To let you have your way with me. Come on and take my eyes.
I think that I found my new trope in a book, and it's when a family of witches have a curse on them that any man who falls in love with them dies. Yay. Because it always comes with somebody who doesn't want their powers. A man who falls desperately in love and doesn't care about a curse, and then inevitably they break the curse. Unless this is the one where in which they don't break the curse. But it's by a black author. And that is what, if you like practical magic, which is the original Love Her and You Die type of thing, you will love Black Candle Women, an incredible novel about love, about mothers and daughters. It will bring you so much joy. The last time I read a book with this trope, it was called The Crystal Cove. And it had the same premise, but in that book, the women were not close. They all didn't want anything to do with each other. There was a daughter who didn't want the gift of a magic, and that's just something that comes along with the territory. So I think I actually might buy this because I've never heard of this. And it came out, let's see. Is it signed? Is this like legit signed? Okay, we're buying it anyway. This was released 2 years ago, 2023. To my dad, who read my stories, to my mom, who encouraged me to make up my own. Okay, well, now we got 2 books. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Oh, before,
What?
I was gonna say, I'm gonna, just so it doesn't mess up.
Oh, thank
There
you so
go.
much.
You're welcome. She's also local here.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta find her here. That's so nice. I'm so happy I found this.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back in the car. We are 3 bookstores into our 6 bookstore tour. And I got 2 books, which you already saw. I'm not going to show you that now. I'll probably show it to you again at the end of everything. But we are back here because we need to charge our phone. Now listen, I have a content phone. You're here. This is my content phone. This is my regular phone. Was using my regular phone. It was dying and needed charge. It needed to be charged. Don't have my charger. Came back to the car. My friends left their charger here. Sorry for them. And their phone, I hope they all have one. No, my friend Nesta has a block charger, so they'll be fine. But for me and my thingy, I'm so happy I have a charger because I don't know what I would do. I would actually have to go buy one, and I don't want to. Also, my wire's off. This is just casual. We're friends. I'm fixing my bra wire in front of you. Also, we took a lift back here. I don't know if I said that. We took a lift back here. We got back here. We're charging our phone. We need food. And so while this charges, which is already going really, really fast, very, very happy about that. We're gonna find food, but also turn this on and put some air on. Where's the key? Sammy Ray and Friends, I love their music. They remind me of Lake Street Drive. I genuinely enjoyed the last bookstore that I went to. So nice. I was telling the worker there, she's not the owner apparently. Just take these earrings off for the day, but I have to continue to look no matter how much it hurts. Last bookshop, the Bel Canto bookstore, which I knew I would love just by the name itself. One of the books that I got about the magic trope, but this just happened to be black women. She was saying how the author, Diane Marie Brown, is a friend of the owners, and like I said before, she signed it, which is really, really cool. So I have a signed copy here, but she came into the store and signed a bunch, and we were also talking because the worker, she's Asian American, and we were talking about how magic, when it comes to people of color or black people in general, are always more grounded in ancestral stuff and not just kind of like crystals or like fun notes or candles. It's always something more deep than that. So I was really happy to bond over that with her. But it is a thing, like when it comes to magic and black people of color, black or people of color, there's always something more in depth of our ancestry, of our background, of our history that is deeper. And the fact that she puts this in her book, that's what the worker told me. I didn't get her name, so I'm just calling her worker. Sorry, my love. It's just deeper, and she said I'll really enjoy this. I cannot wait to read this. And then we got this one here. So we got two different books. I also, on day two, when me and my friend Nestor met up with the other two girls that just flew in, we bought a book. We bought Lights Out, which is one of those laundry lists of trigger at the beginning books, and we all bought it, and we were going to read it together, but we have yet to do that. All that being said, I have bought 3 books on this vacation. Where they're going, I am so happy that I left room in my personal bag, because now I have room for all these books. Okay, just gonna put that out there. I'm so happy. Okay, we're at 15. Let's find a place to eat. Also, that's still closed. So our next bookshop is going to be Planet Books, which was 2 miles away from Bel Canto Books, and we weren't walking that. It's a used bookstore, so definitely more, you could say affordable. It's in Signal Hill. From here, it's an 8-minute drive, but what's around there for food? Walking, I've seen a lot of places to eat, but like, I was also concerned that keeping the car here would bode not well for all of us, because I don't know. In my head, when people say customer parking only, I'm thinking they are scoping the places out. They are making sure no one, absolutely nobody, is staying longer than they need to. Ooh, Mana Donuts. There's a donut shop near the bookstore. It looks okay. It looks a little sketchy. I did also have a day planned where I wanted to just do a food tour. That's not gonna happen. The Attic, I heard, is a good place to eat, but I don't want to go there. Sophie's Cambodia Town food. Actually, on the list of foods that I did put on my food crawl, I wonder what is... Okay, we have A&J Seafood Shack. That was an option. Let's see how far that is. It is... That's crazy. That's so wild. Okay, that makes more sense. It said a mile, like 1.4 miles, and it said 32 minutes. Now, mind you, LA traffic can still equal that distance or that duration for that distance, but we were in walking. It's 6 minutes away. There's also a Hechalu tea that has like bubble tea because I wanted boba. And I wonder where that is. 5 miles away. I wonder if there's a closer one. There has to be a closer one. I feel like when I did all this, I made sure I got the closer ones. That is the closest one. The other one is 30 miles away. So that is the closest one, is 5 miles away. I probably could still go there. Do I want to... I mean, now that I know that I can charge my phone, I can stay out until everyone else is ready to come back in. The Warped Tour ends around 10, and I'm planning on being there before 10, just to like be around that, like to be there and get them out and get them to safety, because I'm that person. Also, sorry for the glare, but I don't know That is not better. Where's it coming from? Is it coming from here? It's coming from here. Huh. Well, well, I guess we could do this. It's not bad. It's just not the best. So I can still be out and about. I can even take a nap in the car. It's currently 3 p.m. They are finished around 10, so I can always just come back and get them. But our Airbnb is about 40 minutes away. So it all depends if I want to go 40 minutes out and come back 40 minutes or not. Anyway, we're gonna go to AJ's Seafood Shack because it looks bomb as fuck. I got it from these two YouTube creators, forget their names, so sorry, but thank you so much for sharing. I, honest to God, don't know how I'm gonna get out of this. Driving this car scares me, but if it senses fear, things will go awry. So we're gonna go to A&J Seafood Shack, get some food, and then coming back to Planet Books. It's probably like 3 miles away now. That's okay. I'm actually going to A&J Seafood Shack. I'm getting closer to the bookstore. Let's go, because right now the bookstore is about 2 miles away. With going to A&J, it's 0.6 miles. So it's all good. Let's go get some food. Let's go get some food. Good Kisser by Lake Street Drive. Or sorry, I keep saying Lake Street Drive. It's Lake Street Dive. It's so good. If you're gonna tell them everything, tell them I'm a good kisser. May I please do the beef stick sandwich? Okay. And may I please do a side of your fried rice? And then a Coke Zero. That's it. Thank you. The fried rice already tastes like super good, so I can't wait to bite into this. Noodles? What do you think? Yeah? I'll have to come back. I've been playing out a lot of hypotheticals in my mind. Do you practically forever? Oh, hypothetically, yes. Do you practically forever? Okay, we're finished at Planet Books. As you can see, we're jamming, we're cooling off, we're charging our phone because we keep letting it get to like an okay charge and then we let it die. It is what it is. We're going to start our truck to... Oh, actually, what I did not do is verbally tell you how delicioso A&J Shack was. Listen, I had their beef stick sandwich on a French roll with cucumbers and some kind of like slob thing. I forget what it's called. But it was so good. It was so sweet. I did get a stain on my dress, but we're figuring it out. By figuring it out, we put a little water on it and called it a day. It's okay. We get messy around here. It was good. And then I added some fried rice, and it was like a no-meat fried rice. It was so good. And I think what really did it for me was like the sweetness of it. Having a little bit of sweetness to it, it's just always just so good. Fried rice is amazing. The sandwich is amazing. I then had a Coke Zero because we try to keep it skinty over here. But it was really good, and it all cost me about 20 bucks. The sandwich itself was $11. The fried rice was $5. And then I guess the rest of it is tax and soda. But so good. They also have like seafood broils, and their lobster tails are really good, and the oysters are amazing apparently. I said that with the excitement of someone who's had them before. No, I just saw someone eat them and it looked really good, but I love oysters in general. So that was my excitement for oysters in general. Never had from A&J, but I heard it's delectable. With that being said, we are going to go to our second to last stop, which is actually, okay, this is our last bookstore of the day. I thought I had another one, but the thing I had at the end of the list, Palpa Ola, is a restaurant because I wanted a margarita at the end of my journey. I wanted to sit down and enjoy a nice drink while reading a book, and I ended up putting it on the list of bookstores. And I only had 5. So I thought it was 6 bookstores. It's actually 5 bookstores, and that's okay. 4 bookstores and 1 comic book store. It's called Pulp Fiction Comics, and it is 4 minutes away. Let's go. I have 2 comic books in my possession in my van. I haven't read them. One was gifted to me by a coworker and friend, Alex. It's a 5 comic book of the X-Men series, because he knows I like the X-Men series. The other one is a comic book that I got from BlurredCon this past March, from a creator or from the company Ray Comics. Haven't read it. I think I need to go and touch books and spend some time. My goal is at least 2 comic books to get it ready, to get myself ready for it, get myself ready for comic books, because I want to read them. I just don't put the time in to read them. It's literally just graphic novels. It's just graphics. Why am I all bajiggity over some graphics? I lied and we made it to Barnes & Noble. The Pulp Fiction comic book store was closing at 5, and we got there GPS time, ETA, at 5. So we changed plans, got to Barnes & Noble. Barnes & Noble. I pooped. It was glorious. I feel great. I'm ready for another book and a sweet treat. Wait, I have a $50 gift card. Do I still have a $50 gift card? And yep, nothing can stop me now. I'm so sorry, nothing can stop me now, because I found a good book that I wanted to buy, but I wanted to take a picture of it to buy later, but I'm buying it now. Here's the book. A woman's life fall apart after her fiance skips town with her best friend. She is a matchmaking service, but she matchmakes for psychopaths. They don't know that she does that specifically for them. It's a specialty. She doesn't tell them they're psychopaths. But one of her clients, Aiden, claims to be her soulmate, and we figure out if that's true or not, or if someone else dies. But they currently have a buy one get one half off sale, but this isn't part of it, so I might have to save this for the library. Fun fact, yesterday while I was chilling at the Airbnb by myself, I watched the movie iRobot, and hold on, that was bothering me, and I just passed a book called iRobot. I don't know what's with me in watching movies where I'm pretty sure I ignore the thing that's called based on best-selling book. Apparently it's a book. 1977. What's a book? There is a crazy amount of dessert and murder currently out and about in the world, because this is the book I have in my TBR, right? Body and Soul, but also it's a small book. Like, what? It's so tiny. I didn't know it was that tiny. I couldn't find. It's not in my library, and I couldn't find it on Amazon. Or if I did, it was a lot. I did not know it was that tiny. Anyway, there are so many other like sweet murderous titles. Crime and Cherry Pits. We have Double Fudge Brownie Murder. I don't know if they have to come in this size, but it's seeming like they all come in this size. And this author, Joan Fluke, has Pink Lemonade Cake Murder, and none of them are, well, for Joanne Fluke anyway, none of them are really like that much clever names, just clever desserts. There's the Blueberry Muffin Murder. The Chocolate Chip Cookie Murder, so on and so forth. But aside from those two authors, where is it? We have Food and Murder, Death by Dumpling. I'm assuming something was poisoned. I'm not gonna read it though. Misfortune Cookie, that's clever. Dim Sum of All Fears. Shall I do a video about all these like cute murder mysteries or sweet murder mysteries and call it Murder is Sweet? Crime is Sweet? In murder, I'm also not clever with these names, but there's a lot to read here and I actually might be interested in them. I just cannot get over the fact that, I'm sorry, why are they just, hello? The words are crazy. But they have, oh, this one has a recipe in it. Does it add poison? Apparently there's a recipe in every book. I'm assuming. I literally picked up one book and now I'm assuming. Caramel Pecan Murder. Is there a recipe in here? Yes, there is. So I did a video about catching up on my Goodreads TBR, and in that video I read by the book, and it was a modern day retelling of Beauty and the Beast by Jasmine Guillory, and I told myself that I wouldn't read any other kind of like modern day fairy tale because I don't really care about any other Disney princess or fairy tale. Sorry, I don't want somebody to be in my camera. She good? She good. Okay, cool. But I just found this one worth fighting for, which is a Mulan reference, and it's Mulan's ready to get down to business, but when it comes to love, she hasn't a clue. But I thought they were telling me to shut up. Anyway, this is from Jessie Q. Satanto, a meant to be novel. I wonder if she has more. I like Mulan, and I've been literally like joking about how the list, like the requirements for a man is like he has to be swift as a coursing river with the strength of a great typhoon, and it's funny how I find a romance novel that has to do with that. I might read it, and it looks like he's a cowboy. I'm not gonna buy it, but I am gonna put it on my TBR. We are done at Barnes & Noble. We roamed. We didn't purchase a thing, but we did go to Starbucks and get a sweet treat to round out our day because, yes, the day is ending. It is, I'm trying to guess, like I can tell the time. I have a phone. It's 7:31. My friends who are at Warped Tour are finishing up around 10. And I asked them where they want to meet up so I can pick them up but not be too close to the event where we're stuck in traffic for hours. They said that they're meeting up with one of their friends to have a drink and asked if I wanted to go along. So I'm going to go have a drink with them. I was going to go get that fat margarita we talked about and wait for them to be done, but want to have a little bit of social interaction today. I didn't say that in the message, but honestly, I was like, you know what? I can meet you guys for a drink. In my head, I'm like, I can do a little bit of a social interaction today. I'll be fine with it. But before we end this video, let's talk about all the books I've added to my TBR since the day started. And we're going to go through pictures. Okay. All right, not that bad. Well, okay. I went to 4 different bookstores today. The first day, me and my friend Nestor, we went to a couple bookshops. We went to Book Soup, which is a bookstore in West Hollywood, and then we went to Mystery Books, which a bookshop in the back of an alley, and it has a lot of first editions. By I mean a lot of first editions, it is a store mainly with first editions, and it had like the first edition of a script or the first edition of like a printed novel. And it was really nice. Thank you, Nestor, for finding it and letting us go there. But the books added to my TBR, I'm actually going to start it from there. So, let's say, what did I add? Nothing. Cool, I literally added nothing from the first day. Let's go. Now, the second day, we went to Target where our friend Danielle was looking for a book that looking for a book where the character was inspired by her favorite artist, Huddy. And the book happened to be Quicksilver. She wanted to find it and buy it because she really likes that artist. And while there, we were talking about a lot of books. We ended up buying Lights Out. And then I also took a picture of a couple books that I wanted to add to my TBR. One of them is a book called Truly Madly Magically. I'm not going to go through what all these books are about. The next one is This Song Is Not For You. The next one is Love Unwritten. And then I added The Enchanted Greenhouse by Sarah Beth Durst. This is an author of one of my favorite books read so far, The Spell Shop, a cute, heartwarming, magical story where the love wasn't intense, the community was great, a coven was formed, a bad person shattered. It was really nice. So I'm really happy that she came out with another book, and I cannot wait to read it. So The Enchanted Greenhouse. Okay, now we made it to today. Starting at, I think it's literally from Bel Canto Books. Okay, so actually I lied. From Page Against the Machine, I added a book called, or I took a picture of a book called The Revolution of Little Girls. It's about a woman going through life. The next book that I added or took a picture was cool. It was from Bel Canto Books. It's One True Lovers. It's by Elise Bryant. This is one of the books that I took a picture of and adding into my TBR. And I'm going to go in further to her book log and add more of her books. Yours for the Taking by Gabrielle Korn. And It's Elementary by Elise Bryant. Is that another Elise Bryant? Ooh, I guess I'm just wrapping these up. Elise Bryant, I guess, is going to be my next favorite author. This is about a retired mom, or a mom who quit her job to be a full-time mom, but end up being a full-time detective, unofficial detective. She's just trying to figure out a murder, all on her own, which is still nice. I added more books while at Barnes & Noble. Yep. Okay. So I added that Matchmaking for Psychopaths book. I added From the Jump romance. I added Worth Fighting For romance. The library book, a mystery about a library that burned down a while ago and people are still wondering why. And so a woman decided she's going to figure it out. Another David Mitchell book. David Mitchell wrote a book of my favorite movie called Cloud Atlas, and then I saw he had a lot more lined up in Barnes & Noble. So I went through them, and not all of them really made me enticed me, but the Slade House did, so I'm excited to read that. A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping. I took a picture of this book simply because there are a lot of witches' guides to something, and I would love to do a video of reading all those witches' guides, like witches' guides to murder, witches' guides to da-da-da-da. It's just all about witchy stuff, and I'm really excited about that. I might do that in October. Another romance is called Sounds Like Love, but this is more romance and music, and I have a video that's if you love romance books and music, these are the books for you. It would be cool to add another book to that list. Sounds Like Love by Ashley Poston. I think she wrote The 7-Year Slip. Hold on. And did. The next one I took a picture of is Into the Woods, another romance. And then I was like, Crystal, you're doing way too much romance. Go figure something out. I went to the fantasy section and took a picture, and I'm going to add all this that I'm adding to my TBR. It's not physically in my TBR right now, written into my Goodreads or even physically with me. It's just they're just pictures of books that I like to read at some point. The I'm Afraid You've Got Dragons seems like a very comical fantasy book. The Girl I Was, a woman who loses a job and a man. You know what's crazy? Every single time a woman loses something, it's always a job and a man. And it always happens the same damn day or the same week or in the same year. And all of a sudden they go on this journey to find themselves. Well, that's what we're doing here with this one. The Girl I Was by Geneva. I am covering the first letter, but I think it's a J. Yep. Geneva Rose. Woman loses those two things in one day and then gets somehow transported back to her college self where she gets to actually have a redo. And I love things like that. So I'm excited to read that. And that is it. Those are all the books that I added to my TBR, took a picture of to add to my TBR during this trip. Am I done? No, I still have a few more days here. We never know what we have or what we're going to do. But also, it's just really dark. And it's been dark for a while. I know that. You know that. Oh my God. Let's keep it there. Is that better? Way better. Those are all the books that I found that I'm really excited to read, on top of all the other books that I already want to read. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed doing this mini book crawl with me in LA. I enjoyed it. I love what I found. Out of all the bookshops I went to, obviously Bel Canto Books is my favorite bookshop of today. Like a duh. The used bookstore, it was just way too much. Barnes & Noble is always going to be that girl. And the other two are definitely more for politically charged people and people in recovery. I'm guessing I really do like that I had a variety of different vibes for each bookstore that I went to. And maybe you found your new bookstore that you would like to go see when you're in LA. Who knows? I just like that they all had different vibes and it wasn't just the same bookstore over and over and over again. Different strokes for different folks. I hope you enjoyed the video. I love you. I am grateful for you. Let me know your favorite bookstore down below, which wasn't that much, but please just let me know, you know? And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.